Hello everyone, it's your Anten here, and I'm back with another St.Kitts video. This one is another road match video because I know how much I'm apparently obsessed with the road match, but me love the road match. Me love the band music and me love all it. So it's time for me to finally sit down and get to the criteria, because I know this is one thing that a lot of people don't pay enough attention to. Which is why some people get surprised when they hear certain songs when road match and they're like, oh? How? Because of the criteria. The criteria is very much the deciding factor a lot of the time. So let's get into it. Today I will be talking about what the best criteria for St. Kitts is. For those of you who don't know, our criteria has changed a lot. Originally, our criteria was very simple. They had a set amount of judges, they put them in very specific places, and when the song passes, whether it's a DJ, a band, whatever, they would tick it off on whatever song is playing, as long as that song is registered for road match, and that song will get a point towards it, and you'd go like that. And that was pretty much the criteria up until roughly 2012-ish area. The Hadria one was when the criteria changed. And it changed to have roaming judges going around the place. No, yes, I'm mistaken. The year it lasted. That criteria lasted for us up until the year when DSKH won, the year when Hadria won. That was the roaming judges were introduced on Juve, and then the year after that, which was the year when Bottom and the Road somehow won. That's when it was changed to a performance. And after that, it changed again back to the original, which was where you knew where all the judging points were, you knew where everything was, and then you'd go through and you'd play your music, and that was when Pepper Them won on that, and Wucky Shift won on that, and then the Puppy Song won on that as well. And that was the one that broke the camel's back, because the Puppy Song won over, again, Rock and Camille should have definitely won road match that year. That was really one of the most disgusting ones. That was one of the most disgusting ones I had seen, but almost all those ones that I've listed so far were here. Axe one was pretty nasty. We were undeserving road match. Almost all of them were not deserved. So we got to that point where our road match then changed to performance, like an actual performance. You go down, crowd participation mattered, a bunch of other stuff came into being, and we were at that particular road match up until last year, where Collision won on a new criteria. And this criteria was pretty much, we went back to what road match is, which is the song that plays the most by the judging points. The problem that we faced in St. Kitts is that DJs are friends with band members, DJs are friends with a lot of these people, and DJs can also be paid off. So they have to limit the DJs from what they're playing. However, the problem with that is that road match, regardless of where you go, regardless of what country you're from, regardless of how things are set up, road match has always been decided by the DJs. It doesn't matter what you're talking about, or if you think DJs need to be cut out or anything, you cannot cut DJs out of road match. They are the ones that decide it. And they are the ones that decide it by playing the songs that, you know, they're trying to get their forward, they're trying to get the thing. So most of the time you'd expect, like, oh, they want their band to win. So on like a parade day or something like that, when you reach by a judging point, they're going to play the song that they expect to hype up the crowd the most. That is also why a lot of the time you were seeing, especially in the 2010s leading up, that you'd have a band of the year that wasn't like being backed by the most popular band. Like the amount of times when Grandmaster won road match and they were with Banka Mascap and Banka Mascap won made sense because that was a hype song. Versus when Smallex was winning road match, the band, the troops they were with never really were in thing, because yeah, the DJs and such, they suffered a lot of the times. I remember the time when Bottom and the Road, even though that was the hype song, Ronnie Rascal won Juve Troop by spamming yes. Like, there's specific things that go into it, and there's more nuance to it, but a lot of the times, that's what really and truly makes it come down to what the road match is. Like, I'm talking in circles, but essentially, it is the most popular song on the road. That's what it's supposed to be. Last year, the only song that played, like bands had their own specific DJs that were known, or specific judges that were known, and they performed, and Collision came out on the road first. They gave themselves 8 points. Collision won with a total of 8 points, tying Upset Squad, which had a little thing going around behind them, a registered DJ that played the music and got them to 8 points. It should have been a tie. I still think that is very unfair to Upset Squad what the Carnival Committee did with the tiebreaker nonsense. We've had multiple ties in Road Match, whether that was our country or other countries, it should have been there. All of that to say, the Carnival Committee got very close last year, but failed. They had to limit the impact that the DJs could have while still having an impact, because the DJs are the ones that should decide the road match. The road match was decided last year entirely by who reached on the road first, and that was Collision. Entirely by that. So, what needed to be done to fix that? Simple. Increase the number of judges for the DJs. They don't need to know where they are. They absolutely do not need to know where they are. Keep the judge hidden. Make them not know any specific spot where these judges may be. Keep them hidden, but increase the numbers. At least have 4 to 8 judges specifically for DJs scattered all throughout the Juve route, and that alone would fix what the old criteria missed. So, long story short, the criteria as it stated last year was fine. The song that plays the most works, wins. Simple. What you should do to make the criteria and everything straightforward, simple, no issues, the bands know where their judging points are. The bands give themselves points as normal by their judging points. No issues there, no problems there. You come out early, you give yourself an advantage. That exists. That has always existed, and it's always been a part of our road match. No point in taking that out. Absolutely none. Then you have specifically hidden judges specifically for the DJs scattered throughout the route. And this time, because of how many there will be, or how many there should be, they're going to be playing the songs to get their forward. So you just have to strategically place them in very smart places. Not just in Juve judging, and not in the judging points where you expect them to be. You don't do that. Don't do that. Don't make it obvious where they are, but be strategic about it, and then you should eventually end up with a criteria where the one who should win should always end up winning, essentially. Also, that's my take. That's what I would do with the criteria. Essentially, instead of having one hidden judge, I would have 4 to 8 hidden judges alongside the 4 judging points that the bands have, and that alone, bands and competitors, because anyone can be it, that alone should straight up fix any issue that our road match runs into. With that said, I want to thank you all so much for watching. I know this was a lot of rambling, and I'm going to try to segment it out into how to, get to the part where the actual suggestion is. But yeah, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. This was another quick one. And yeah, next I'm going to do a blind prediction as to who's going to win the road match. And I'm going to basically give percentages as to what I believe so, and go from there. I might not give percentage, but I'll give my highest chance and go down my list and tell you why I believe these people are in good standings, at least for me, when it comes to winning the road match. So look forward to that one. That one will be coming next. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.